Welcome to MPItv, sponsored by Discover Puerto Rico. I'm Sarah Solomon. On this edition, we dig into the winter edition of Meetings Outlook with two meeting professionals who share insight into business conditions in the year ahead. First up is Melissa Holland, event manager with Keystone Automotive Operations. Melissa, thank you so much for joining us. Based on a survey conducted in Meetings Outlook, 65% of respondents predict favorable business conditions for 2021. What are your thoughts?
I feel very optimistic with the circumstances that are currently we're all facing. And as we kicked off our first quarter event just last week in Orlando, which went really well, we're gearing up for a second one. So I'm absolutely optimistic that we're coming back from the current situation.
You just successfully executed your first in-person meeting in Orlando, Florida during COVID. What are some of the learnings you can share with other event professionals?
I think as far as, partnering with your hotel, ensuring that you guys are connected on any of the current regulations, as well as, what you want to do on site, from temperature checks, having safety or PPE equipment that's around due diligence and making sure that you have everything that you need. One of the things that helped us was that we did a phone call with the hotel, and all of our attendees were able to get on a call, understand what we were doing from a perspective to keep them safe, as well as what the hotel was doing to keep them safe. That was truly helpful.
Melissa, thank you so much. Next up is President and CEO of Discover Puerto Rico, Brad Dean. Brad, if there is one thing that Puerto Rico knows really well, that's resiliency. According to another survey conducted in Meetings Outlook, 86% of meeting professionals expect business will return to pre-pandemic levels in 2022 or later. What are your thoughts?
Everybody's optimistic that 2021 is the beginning of the Great Recovery, and by the time we get into 2022, we're going to start to see numbers that reach the level that we became accustomed to. Some think it's going to take a little bit longer here in Puerto Rico because of the wide variety of meeting facilities we offer and the fact that we do have the largest, most technologically advanced convention center in the Caribbean. We have a bit of advantage over some of our competitors, and we're able to accelerate that recovery. And for some industry segments, 2022 may seem a bit aggressive, but you know what? I think about every Zoom call and team meeting call and go-to meetings that we've had. It either starts or ends with all of us acknowledging that, boy, we wish we were doing this in person.
So then, based on the overall optimistic survey results we saw in Meetings Outlook, is Puerto Rico seeing better business traction to suggest we are headed in the right direction?
We're seeing and hearing exactly what you just described from planners, really from all segments. It since in 2021, it's really a turning point, and it's not just hopeful optimism. I think the planners who have survived 2020 are really sensing right now that the worst is behind us. And what we're seeing is, in Puerto Rico anyway, a steady increase in the number of qualified inquiries and leads, business planners who are genuinely looking to place business sooner rather than later.
Brad, thank you so much. You can read more results from survey respondents in the digital edition of The Meeting Professional. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of MPItv, sponsored by Discover Puerto Rico.